Hey, take two. I had to do a little stash maintenance there. Anyway, I've talked about how chalcedony forms, these silica stones that form in cavities within blocks of long cured granite. And basically, what happens is a fluid that has a mixture that is a solution of silica and perhaps some other minerals. The solution flows into this cavity. It might fill up or whatever, eventually dries up because this mixture, the solution is going to be rich in silica because this is a volcanic area after all, and all volcanic fields are rich in silica. You get silica crystalline growth. And then, so those will grow over some period of time, and then you'll have another intrusion of moisture, another solution, and it'll again evacuate. Another band of crystals will cure over time. That accumulates over millions of years, and if that mixture should change in, if that solution that's flowing into the cavity should change its mineral content, then a different color of crystal is going to form. And so when that happens and you break that off, you cut that thing open and you get this beautiful bands of crystals, it's an agate. That is what we call an agate. Now, that can be a little bit confusing because if you have silica that is purely opaque or translucent or clear, which is really super rare, then that's called agate. If it has color in it, it's called jasper. Now, I don't know why that's how it is. I just read that, and you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe what I read was wrong. Anyway, to go back to the original thing about fluid flowing into the cavity, rarely would that mineral or the mineral solution be of one pure mineral. You're usually going to have mixtures from different varieties. I mean, this is water seeping from the surface down, miles into this, eventually forming into this cavity, collecting into this cavity. It's common that water solution is not going to come from the same source. And so what that does is it gives opportunity for more than one type of crystal to grow. And there's a lot of these types of rocks. With that, I'm going to turn this around for you. And here we have a perfect example of that. You got basically two different colors of crystals growing in this stone. You've got white and red. The white, if you chip away underneath the surface, it's actually translucent. And some of them go quite deep. There's a good example right there, I think, right there. And the rest of it's red. And it too is crystalline in that there are large, flat, shiny spots that are reflective. And so it looks almost like a mica, but it's much tougher than a mica. It's not mica. Anyway, perfect example of two different mineral solutions, or two different, enough of two different minerals flowing into that solution to permit growth of two different types of crystal. Now, this rock, although it's pretty smooth, it's not river worn, not really, or not really well river worn. It's had some roughness knocked off of it, but it is not smooth. Thinking about buying a 90-degree angle grinder and seeing if I can get at least one big section of it and see if I can get it to smooth all the way out to where it's completely non-porous. Now, as I said, I think it's vastly most common that you get more than one type of mineral solution flowing into that cavity to build that rock. Here is a really weird example. Now this one has a little opening on the end of it where just a chip got knocked out, and you can see that it's on the inside, it's translucent. On the surface, it almost looks like, because this is, like I said, microcrystalline structure, and it grows in super fine flakes. And those flakes grow into each other and grow into each other and grow into each other and make this really neat pattern. And this pattern, I've turned this rock over, is on both sides. Just this really weird circular pattern. I don't think it's a fossil remnant. I think it's just the pattern of the crystalline growth. There's some really neat examples on the end here. Anyway, a big solid hunk of agate, actually. Now, like I was talking about, this is why I brought up how agates are made earlier. It's not an agate, but it is, the material is agate. Kind of weird, but you know, science really doesn't make sense sometimes. I guess, especially when combining it with English. All right, y'all, take care and keep looking down, at least to keep yourself from falling. Bye.